Hello, dear people. Welcome to this video special featuring the new loads in the GECO Action Extreme series. The topic here is deformation versus fragmentation, and why this is particularly exciting. We'll explain after the intro. Today, I am a guest at the GECO factory, and I am standing here together with Florian from product development and Gunnar from marketing. Although I know that GECO is very diversified, initially in the hunting sector, as well as in the sporting sector, it is always primarily related, for me personally, to ammunition for handguns. I know you offer many different types of bullets for many different calibers. You have brought along two very special loadings from the Action Extreme series with you today. We are standing in front of them. Can you bring us up to date? What is it?
We've brought along the GECO Action Extreme and the new GECO Action Extreme Fragmentation today. For both of them, it was our main objective to achieve and to guarantee absolute functional safety from all barrel lengths for all weapons. We have achieved this with both loads, although they have different concepts perfectly.
Well now, one would usually think, okay, let's stop right here. Sounds a bit like reading something out of a catalog. That's why we did the test ourselves, because you have just addressed a very important topic very calmly. You said, from different barrel lengths, you achieve the same penetration depth. One would think that this cannot be achieved. That's why I was allowed to fire 3 shots at your factory at the shooting range. Once from the short barrel of a Glock 26, once from the normal length barrel of a Glock 17, and once from the relatively long barrel of an MP5. Consequently, I have done this once with a slow bullet, once with a medium velocity bullet, and once with a relatively fast bullet, all at the same block, and we can see the result here. And if we look inside, when I put my finger on it, just like in the aquarium, we can see that I shot this from the Glock 17 barrel. Behind it, from the short barrel of the Glock 26, and down here at the bottom, where my finger is now, from the comparatively very long barrel of the MP5. Both, all 3 bullets, came to a hold at the same point. Florian, the question directly to you, how is that possible?
With magic dust.
Magic?
Magic. No, the Action Extreme is a deformation bullet, which creates as large a cross-section as possible in order to release the energy quickly in the viscous medium. And we managed to engineer it in such a way that, regardless of the speed, there is a very similar penetration depth.
But they all have really reached the almost exactly the same depth. Is that like squaring up the circle, as one is always striving for in development?
Could be, you could say that, but actually it has to remain our secret.
He is really proud of that. GECO Action Extreme Fragmentation works quite differently in this case. We have set it up here before us. Gunnar, why don't you bring us up to date with this type of bullet?
The GECO Action Extreme Fragmentation is, as the name suggests, designed as a fragmentation bullet, i.e. designed as a partial fragmentation bullet. The bullet enters the target here, and 4 petals of the same size come loose. After a distance, they convert into a lot of energy quickly. The cylindrical bullet, residual body which, due to the fact that it has quite a slim shape, penetrates much deeper than with the deformation bullet. And this is how the GECO Action Extreme Fragmentation bullet works.
Okay, I am really amazed. Gunnar, show us the cartridges.
That is what the cartridge looks like. The rest of the body, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 petals.
And here the Action Extreme with the deformation bullet.
The first thing I notice, it's a hollow point bullet. Yes, but I brought something else with me today as well. I'll show it here in the detail camera. It is much tighter on the left here. And why is that?
We wanted the weapon function to be absolutely guaranteed, and I can only do that with a tipped bullet shape and a small hollow point. The cartridge with the smaller hollow point glides better over the loading ramp into the chamber.
Which calibers have actually been added to the product range now?
The GECO Action Extreme Fragmentation is now completely new. Right from the drawing board, we have now presented it in 9mm short, 9x19, 40 S&W, and in 45 ACP. We have the GECO Action Extreme in 40 S&W, and also new on the market here in 45 ACP.
Lastly, we come to the subject of copper versus lead-free substitutes. We have, before we started shooting this video, had a short chat behind the camera, what might still be possible with lead, but then also things which are definitely not possible with lead anymore. Now explain to us what you meant by that.
Sure. Well, a fragmentation bullet like this, I could still make it work using lead. However, a deformation bullet like this one, because of the material properties which differ between lead and copper, such as with hardness, tensile strength, etc., would not be possible.
That means that this would still be possible with lead, but this deformation bullet, here all wonderfully in the same depth, regardless of the length of the barrel, would no longer be possible with lead.
The formations of the petals and also the cross-section of the deformed bullet, I wouldn't be able to do that with lead.
Dear folks, there you have it now, the new additions to the GECO Action Extreme series, and GECO Action Extreme Fragmentation. Fragmentation or deformation, an exciting topic, in your case, exceptionally exciting. And we have now clarified why. Florian, Gunnar, thank you very much for your time. Thank you also for your time spent behind the scenes. Please do what you always do on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel, write us a comment, and press on the like button. I'm already looking forward to the next episode. Bye, your Moritz.